the last thing we were doing was collecting resources. And we had issues with monsters and glitchy bits of floor. But we now have those resources. We have all of those nicely in our little container. Just grabbing a couple more things because I've just logged in. I've just logged in for the session. So I'm just trying to sort of remind myself where I was at. But we're just going to grab a few little things around here, just warm up. And then I think we are going to go for a bit of an explore. We have a hover vessel, we have oxygen. Don't have a huge amount of med supplies or food, so I think we should go and see if we can find any med supplies and food. That's not what we're doing this time. There we go, multi-tool level 1. It's not going to have, I don't know why I swapped that over straight away because we haven't found any charges yet. But at the moment we find a charge, we'll be able to start using that. Now for some reason, yeah, I don't really know why that one had ammo in it. Every one I usually find never has ammo in it. Apparently we're too hot. Which means I can only assume I'm getting irradiated from somewhere. I guess this whole thing... Or is that just the area of the planet I'm currently in? I'm just in a bit of a desert. So I guess I'm too hot, and there's not a lot I can do about that. So subsequently I get no stamina. You can drain... I haven't really worked out how the numbering works, but you can drain fuel and oxygen from ship POIs and base POIs if you click on the tanks. Like I said, I don't really know what you actually have to put in. I just sort of type in roughly the number that's in there and then hit the arrow, and it takes most of it out and gives it to you. Just going to put everything in there for the time being. Now, over here we should have the abandoned dart. And rather than fixing that up, because that's boring, we're just going to strip the whole thing down and hopefully get enough resources out of it that we can... Actually, do I have that core on me? Because if I have that core on me... I do. I put the core in, doesn't really matter where, just put the core in. That's now my ship, and by retrieving blocks, I actually get the blocks as opposed to just the materials. So we'll just strip this whole thing down for parts. As multi-tool charge. And then we will use said parts from this to build our own little ship. Too hot and low food. I assume that the heat thing is purely because I am outside. and I'm on a hot planet. I can't really. I don't. I don't have a base to cool off in at the moment. I don't really have anything to solve that problem. You can't ever get cores back, but that should be all of the materials. But let's get out of this bit of desert because it's just killing us. We've got heat stroke. Let's see if we can find a cooler bit of this planet to go back to. Oh, there's water. That's our first bit of water, but it also looks like it's right next to Zirax territory. Which is just not where I really want to be at the moment. What are they? Desert worm. I think blue means they're not hostile. Red means hostile. Green means friendly, or like ally or something. Blue is so yeah. Blue's not friendly. It's kind of neutral, I guess. Yeah, I don't really want to go near that water. See if we can find anything down here, because we ideally need water in order to make oxygen using water generators, because our little O2 condensers at the moment are good, but they're not going to sustain us long term. But that is the only body of water so far on this entire planet. Alright, cool. We have more water down here. We have water and we have trees and what looks like grass. This is fertile. And this is where we're coming to set up. So let's go back and grab all of our stuff. And we'll just move wholesale base all the way down there because that has everything that we need. And we've taken pretty much. We might briefly go back to Heidelberg just to make sure that now that we know that we're going to be setting up base down there. Oh, let's actually lock in the speed so I can look at my map while still driving. So now that we know we're going to set up base down there, we'll grab our stuff from there. We'll strip the Heidelberg for anything and everything useful, and then we'll head down and set up camp down by that body of water. Start making some proper O2. So rather than just cutting to interesting bits, which it's not going to be, because all I'm doing is taking resources out of this thing, I'm just going to shut up now for a little bit and turn the mic off, and we're just going to blitz through it. Well, we've run out of multi-fuel charges. That is everything that we've got. I think we stripped down everything that was of importance, so anything that would give us, optronic cables or titanium plate. Well, I mean everything. There's loads of things that will give us titanium plates on that, but everything that will give us matrices and oscillators and all these goodies that we need. I think that's everything that we want from there. So let's just pick all 3 of those up. Just do it that way. It's easier. I'm probably wasting some fuel by doing that, but at the end of the day, it's just biofuel. Now, we want to head in the opposite direction. It is getting dark, it is getting nighttime, we want to set up our proper little camp. And I'm undecided on whether or not I'm going to just build a small vessel and hope that the small vessel constructor can build a water generator. Or I'm going to have to build at least some kind of base construction pad. Words. Need to build some kind of construction pad, because the only way to make water generators, or actually no, I can make them in the personal constructor, can't I? So yeah, I don't need to. I just want to avoid building a base on this planet if at all possible, because if I build a base on this planet, I will get stuck in this base. And I will spend ages on this planet doing things rather than getting off of this planet and going and finding other planets. Tent there, heater, condensers, portable constructors. Let's go boom, boom, and boom. And then let's sleep through the night. Ooh, that's kind of pretty. But this is what we're going to be calling home for the next few days. That's where we get oxygen, get resources, build our first little spaceship, and get out amongst the stars. See, I haven't even looked at the solar system yet, but it looks infinitely better than the last one I started on, because we have at least 2 other. I mean, look how many moons are on Lee. But we'll hopefully be able to get out and do some more exploring. We're going to need, let's make like 20 concrete blocks, a base starter. We gonna construct anytime soon? I don't really know why that's not constructing. Probably help if I turned it on. Didn't even notice that was off. I didn't even know you could turn these off. Well, what did we want? 100 concrete blocks. 100? Yeah, 20's fine. And then we need to make ourselves a... Well, let's make like 10 of those. And have I built a base small constructor yet? I don't think I have. I'll unlock the large constructor as well, just in case it turns out that we need that, but I don't think it is the case. And then for our base, let's make a small constructor. We need to unlock generator as well. Small O2 tank we've got. We want the fuel tank and a generator. And not going to need anything else for the time being. Ooh, blah, blah, blah. small generator, fuel tank, concrete blocks, and a base starter. And then that'll give us everything we need to create a construction platform on. We'll make a harvester module, we'll decimate these trees, we'll get oxygen, and then whilst that is all making oxygen, we'll explore the rest of the planet, see if we can find any fun little interesting POIs to clear out. I usually just build a square round, but I want to try and step away from that, because that's just boring and predictable. I mean, I've still just built a square, admittedly, but I don't want to, like, build round the core. Baby steps. Baby steps. We've got 8 of those already. Put the other 2 down in a minute, but let's grab some biofuel. Might as well put the large promethium in as well. We go down to our water edge. Just go boom, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's all we can get out of that for the time being. Oh, I don't have a drill yet. Oh, but I do still have my survival tool. Just want to see if you can break these down. I don't know what. I've never. They give me anything? No, just XP. But they're producing oxygen. They're producing O2. This might have finished. Nope. Just build those. Might as well put them down now. Need to wait for those to finish up. Well, that's our oxygen. We haven't got fuel in all of them yet, but we'll fill them up. When we get some fuel, we're going to turn all of these trees into biofuel as soon as I get a harvester module, because I can't really be bothered to do it by hand. I mean, I could build a chainsaw. Let's see, actually, what resources-wise do I need for a chainsaw? Oh, I've already unlocked it. That's cool. Mechanical components, electrical, steel plates. Can I actually make one of those? I can. Take those small fuel packs, because the chainsaw only runs on biofuel. So we'll take the small fuel packs, and we'll take all of the biofuel out of that one. Put you in there. Do the same for here. And then we've got 23 biofuel to be using on our chainsaw. And we'll just start with the chainsaw. We'll use the harvester module once we've finished crafting that and we decide to build that, but we're just going to, I mean, I've got things in the wrong order, but most of it's done now already anyways, so generator, fuel tank there, we'll just put a small constructor there. Oh, we need containers as well. We do need containers. Or at least a container. Nope, not cargo box. Can we sleep yet? I feel like it's getting night time. Yeah. keep forgetting to press shift to consume items. I just press left click and it just grabs half of them. Someone commented on the bottom of one of my videos, if you press control, you can make big shapes, you can make squares. Click and drag obviously just creates a straight line, but I didn't know if you pressed control, you can do an area, which is infinitely easier than doing the way I was doing, where I was like dragging like that. So that's a cool little tip I learned. But anyway, we've got a chainsaw now. Let's start cutting some trees. Now, the difference with the chainsaw and using the multi-tool is I've actually got to pick these logs up. Not that that's a huge hassle, but if you run around just chainsawing things and not looking at your feet, you're not going to be getting any wood. But we've done some work with the chainsaw. We're going to put all of that into here, just make biofuel. I'm going to put half into there actually, and then we're going to put half into the other one, because then it does it twice as quickly. I don't know whether it will craft that amount. I'm just throwing in random numbers just to craft as much as possible. Those are all producing O2, those are producing water. We'll see if we can sleep. Can only sleep at night. It hasn't gotten lighter or darker since I've been cutting down these trees, so I mean, I guess we're kind of almost at the pole, but that shouldn't matter in terms of rotations of sun and heights in sky and all of that, so I don't really know why it just seems to be perpetually dusk at the moment, but it is perpetually dusk. But we're just going to wait for those to craft up.